Hi, once again welcome back to our channel Path Ultima. Today the channel just going to give you the brief review about the latest South Indian film industry that's released from language of Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam and Hindi version. The second part of Maniratnan Ponnir Selvam. Right, let's talk about the movie review. The first part of the Ponnir Selvan directed by Manirathan, it's released 2022 September 30 on Vinaya Saturday Day. The story of this, just not talking about this a fantastic movie or just new creativity movie. The main script and story, it's belonged to the one and only great writer in the South Indian sector, Kalki's 1000 pages of story that Ponnir Selvan. Right? When you just before I'm just going to talk about how the Manirathan just created this kind of a big project in the South India film industry. It's not the first attempt in a director who just done. When you look at the past, the history behind with this one, when the one and only the great actor of Tamil film industry is the chief minister of the Tamil industry, the MGR. MGR is when he just before during that time he was a superb and continuous performer in the Tamil film industry. He was the bright star, the spotlight strip. So he already just get the rights from going to direct the film and going to produce the film and he is one of the main lady. And not only that, he just arrange and already have just arranged who the rest of the person who just be casting in the film. He have just complete scenario. But due to the some kind of issues happen due to the action, he could not be just to be started the project. The project will be totally terminated, banned. It's closed that ban. So after the long time, still there is another topic just talking. There is one more time the topic of Ponnir Selvan starting in the beginning with the supreme star, the South Indian superstar Rajinikanth and the rest of the crew. And he just read it that the complete of the story 1000 pages. And he interested to do the character what the Karthi who just be done in the first and second part. You know that the character name is Vandlavan Varidan, right? So he liked just to do that. Because of why he just mentioned that is the presence to the long presence of the both first and second part. He is the initial character of the film. He have to explore his love methods and its flexibility, action work, and also some kind of cleverness he have to make. Right, that's why the Rajinikanth tried to act that, and with the other goes to like Kamal Hassan or rest of them, but that also not happen. Finally, that Manirathan, one of the best and the business of Tamil film industry, he acted like Bombay, Manirathan Snehidan, that's Dalabadi, Ravan. These are the major films for Manirathan. If you want to talk about Manirathan, it's you had just done a fabulous job in the Tamil film industry. So I'm not talking about that one. When you just look at the one of the spectacular director from the Tamil film industry, we can say that Manirathan and Shankar. They are just kind of extracurricular visualizing for the film industry. Right, so when you look at the director who just making a huge impact, the director want to be just to give a big budget project that we can just goldly write say Shankar and Manirathan. So Manirathan just have started this, he have to create and started this project long times ago. It's not suddenly he just be started to review the thing. He have the plan and visions about the movie. So finally he find out the main characters Jayam Ravi, Karthi, Drishya, Chiyan Vikram, Jairam, Parthiban, Sharat Kumar, Vikram Prabhu, Babu Antony, Aishwarya Lakshmi and plenty more. These are main character and this is like a multi-star film. It's why the major attract for the audience because of this story belongs a novel based and historical movie and the same time multi-starred movie. And the first part of we can say the first one is so successful. If you just are going to talk about the review of the first one. The people doesn't know about what the first movie where the story end. The story just taken to the historical part of Madurai, the Tamil culture, the historical part, the people who just be ruling the country from, we can say, the king time. Now we just had the more country, the people who selected some more there to rule them. It's an earlier period, AD period. That's the Tamil kingdom who's ruled by the different kind of kingdoms, right? So how they just be, if we did just a movie that the Britishers try to influence the Tamils and not only Tamils, the entire places to together, because they just want to broken the relation between the kings, because that kind of intelligence power they have. Why they just doing like that? Because they don't need any equality or unity between the country. So they just try to involve the business part, the internal part of king, and try to just give some kind of secret to the other kings what they're just going to plan to do. So they might be there just jealousy and ego just going between none other the two kings belongs to their country. It's reflected to the entire place. So the British tried to just involve. That's a very just period before 1947. This story just happened before that, the long times ago. It's not only just we started this our beginning of the long times ago happened. Right, how this happened, that's maybe it's a storyline we have to say. The king, so the main character, the Jem Ravi, and the Karthi, or rest of the all Kumar, the starting. The first is the starting that the Prakash Raj, he is the ruling king of that Sholawar place. So he getting age more than 75, and it's not well. And it's not well that he have some kind of problems physically and just kind of issues for mentally. And when you getting in the age of 70, 75, he getting have some kind of relief from his. He going to just have resigned his duty as a ruler of the country. So what be that terms and condition that follows from that? If you are the father who just passed away, or he decided to just leave his duty as a king of the, and he just hand over that responsibility to its son or another person. That's in choose. He can try to choose, but the fact was the major fact at the role that the urban time. What was they just following from from where they just following the culture, the tradition of Tamil rural kings. They just following like a sons of, if the father who just be ruling the country more than 10 years or 20 years after he passed away, or he just ultimately hand over going to his son, the elder son of the family. So elder son below, who is the elder son, he getting the right to just be ruling the country, and after that he getting married someone else, it's son going to be ruler. So it's like that. But if there is one more other thing, and if the father have more than 2 or 3 sons and one can, the terms just going after, once he just hand over the entire power to him, after he is ruling the country, how much he has to depend on its stability and its health and its everything. So once he just complete together, and then they just take over to its brother's son, or a younger son, or other son, anyone. See, it's just a balancing things with those. Both are it's equalize just ruling the country, because that's just following from the list. So in this time, so Prakash Raj decided to have to hand over his duty and responsibility to none other against the Chiam Vikram. So Chiam Vikram is the elder son. So before he just going to hand over that, he have the panel discuss with the secretary, the Raj, the chief main minister of the royal kingdom, and the rest of his main superior authority from the kingdom, and with his family members and his cousin, but everyone. So they all just agreed and accepted that he is the right person to ruling the country after your retirement, or after you just hand over. Especially why that Chiam Vikram is the right person? Because I'm telling you that just giving to the how he is a very athletic one. It's like a strong man, it's a career. He doesn't have to worry, and he's in the time you need just committed any kind of work. to opposite her, against her opposite. He doesn't have any kind of sympathy or anything. He tried to want to attack. There is one that is one opposition always tried to do some kind of things against the Chavarabhumi, that is Pandyavar. Sando is the one of the major opposite for them, because at that time, at the rural, that's a past history, rural part of the Tamil Kanda, who just country who ruling that, there definitely there is one big opposition. If you just look at the cricket, if you look at the politics, if you look at the female ministry, whatever, there should be one person, definitely there should be a big opposition for him. For at that time, Pandava, they were the big opposition for them. They just want to stop the ruling against the Chavar. They just want to be stopped there. They are not the right person to rule in the country. So whatever the situation they will get to try to attack, they will just utilize it very well. So what happened that there is one supremate, the warrior in the Pandyavar, that is a character by the Nasser, who was killed the several people from the Chavar, that's army. So that may be just cause, that may be affected to that the Shyam Vikram, because he was leading that means the person who passed away from, if the person who just be dead from during the time of war, it's a members of none other than Shyam Vikram. So he getting unconscious, he just totally want to get some revenge against to the Pandyavar team, the Natsar and everyone. So what he done, he took the big sword, he took the bus, and himself he just attacking and none other than a Pandyavar leader and others, and he just killing the front of his house. So he just run away from the rural part, but he can't stop. He just took that all and he just tried to attack it and attack it. Finally, he just raising the front of its house and his front of his family, that Shyam Vikram attacking the Nara is passed away. And before, the scene just showing that before he passed away, he promising his son and his daughter that I'm just apologize about what I done it here. So that might be a mysterious thing, what he just apologizes about this one. So that we have to discuss at the later of that one. So he might be just attacking to that. So the Pandya team, they just want to be getting any restoration, they want to be attacked. So what was the reason? Because why, that already Sundaras and the Prakash Raj was a ruling country. So how he get as a ruling country? Because that before 14 years ago, it's that Uttamans, that who character done by none other than our Rahman from the Salute films, he was the leading as a negative role done in the Billa 2000 and led by Ajit Kumar. So might be a person. That's why I'm telling to you. So he's a special person in the South Indian film industry. Not try to discuss more about that one. Right? You already know that it's Rahman. So he done a superb job in the Tamil film industry. So back to where we stopped. So he looking for the big crown as a ruler. He want to became the king. He just want the crown. But compared to the eligibility became to the Shyam Vikram and Rahman it's not even reached the average of the guts. Because he was not courageous, he not athletic, he's not done anything. But he just have ruling experience with the content of the Bagajas. But compared to the people choice and how he just the Shyam Vikram who just be the territorial warrior, and he not just getting any whatever opportunity he getting to destroy your opposition, he utilize it very well. Right? He's a courage man, a great warrior, and a superb leader, right? The leader and the rural much should be that. The same time you are giving the respect for his peoples, and at the same time he just to try to attack the opposition, and he have the vision about his country. So this might be a person. But what Rahman thinking about is not just he remain. If he died at the time when he was in child, his father is passed away from due to the one war. So it might be as per instruction, as per terms, the ruling as a king that definitely came to his hands. But at the time he was very child, it's less than 10 years old. So as a royal rules and regulation, it's not capable, it's not, that's a disqualified to be just ruling the country. So that might be just keep it that might be just affected the entire mindset for him when he's trying to grown up with the old that one. He still have keep it that in always mind. I am the one who definitely going to be the king. But unfortunately, my father's part of it, it's get over to the my uncles who's been the country the leader, right? So it might be, and I already mentioned how the rolling system happened in the rural way of the Madurai in Tamil industry, Tamil culture. So now the Prakash Raj is getting a ager and he had to it. But he point out that he just have the right person to be ruling the country. But the same thing, why whether there is some kind of the superior, some kind of members from the superior authority of the kingdom, they just want that this guy, the Uttaman, want to be became the ruling the country. Because of why? Because if he going to be ruling the country, compared to the Chian Vikram, he is have no more talented than that. He have experience as a ruling country, but the power and a warrior and encourage the good decision maker that is more powerful than Chiam Vikram. So if he making that ruling the country, there is lot of benefit for them because whatever they say, he maybe get following for their perfect experience, the land culture or earning the goals or doing illegal activities or just kind of precious they will get from the royals. So what were there for benefit? They just want that Uttaman want to become the ruler of the country. So as per already the debate and the grow official board meet just happened in there that decided that the Chiam Vikram to become. So he accepted. He just not try to force giving me that give me I'm just to force I want the right person to become the champion. I earn my position. No, he tried to force. And his father with he was discussing with discussing with the panel members from the kingdom of the Shovalanad and decided to. So after that, some of the members tried to just do it some kind of things, make ideas when they just for the benefit. So that's news reflected for everyone, and especially that I mentioned that he have the tendency of to become to because his father was passed away. So that discussion is going between both of them. They were going to tell it, and finally, what then that's so that might be the beginning, the spreading of the story. What we say, the story reflected everywhere. That's be just reflected for the entire place, and especially the Chian Vikram's majorly focus about destroying others. He don't care about what that is going to happen to there. But it's a younger one. There is a Ponnir Selva. They're just and by none other the Jain Gravy. He doesn't have any kind of eyes to became anything. But there is some kind of history starting between Chian Vikram and another, the Nandini. That's with the beginning of this year, the story starting. It's because when he was in the childhood times, as a young age teenager, because he became to be part of the warrior team. She might be that spending the time with the temple and near the royal place. Her sister also not a close friends for. So they started their good relation between Chiam Vikram and Aishwarya Rai in the childhood time. Maybe that's because she looking very gorgeous, very beautiful and fabulous. And once he just saw his eyes, he's starting to fall with love with her. That's the emotional love. So that maybe try to just get as per the song just going to happen. Scene getting higher and higher, then maybe you reach the other. So one day what happened, he took the hand of the other and just to visit it, direct to just visit the royal and try to just getting the blessings from its second mother. So they just giving the blessing. So what they done that after that the same night when they just because they both just belongs to she has adopted, she is an orphanate. She doesn't have family. Father was no who is the father. Mother is passed away. Doesn't she just living with like a temple pujari with a long time. So the floral family they have very there for their prestigious and proud. They don't want to be make a reliable because as a young boy, is a teenager. This is not the right time to marry for, and he is not. They just decide who is going to be married. That's that's a culture of from the olden part of the Tamil culture. So what they done it to her, just to try to just take to that move to another place without keep silence at the same night. No one knows where she go. So finally, when he just hear that one, he just came and he just to try to just searching for everyone. Where is she? Where he just suddenly disappear. Anything does not about that one. So she just looking for everywhere where she speech we suddenly disappear. So that may be the beginning of the storyline, and storyline appears. And the you know why? Because the ending of the first part, I'm taking to the that slide. That's a big as final action between it's happened on the sea level. The Punyar Selvam, Jam Ravi and Karthi against the Pandya. They just want to destroy and kill it that young blood of Shower family. So they try to just put it and just together Karthi, and they just be falling down with the broken ship. So everyone does believe, though even the opposition, they just be it's they just become officially confirmed that that Ravi, that Punya Selvi passed away. We could not we what were our just dream. The aim is fulfilled. With not only that, the person who helping to be that the Punya Selvi together, they try to just starting to enjoyment about that one, because they what were their main aim that's happened that Punya Selvam is passed away, right? They just try to tell, but this is the twist of the story. He survived from the big accident. He survived from there is one major twist happened. You know who is the one who just helping to in the inside of that big river, because the Karthi also getting conscious, he was injured, he could not able to continue. So any others members from its army already be dead. So he falling down. You know who is came? The lady who doesn't have speak. The lady getting more than 65 wearing, but Shukla like a same age of Nandini, the Aishwarya Rai, the mother of Aishwarya. She just came like an angel, the fish angel. She just came like a fish angel and took the ant from him and take it to the other boat. And not only just helping to Karthi or to, because Karthi can only just be survived taken to the him to another place, because she is in a disappear. She is not be a part of any. She is not anywhere in the picture of that movie. She just suddenly just came to help to and take it to another place, right? So he just surviving this way. It means that the Punyar is still avoid. So the Sharat Kumar, when they just everyone just searching for its Punyar Selvam is passed away or not. They're just looking for another place, and everywhere there's it's still alive or not. That's maybe the question from here, right? It's still alive. So that this is just a simple brief about that one. Then you know what going to be happen if he's still alive. The Pandya getting have just have to arrange one more planning to execute to kill the Kardi with that to help him, and the Chian Prukan point of view. He know it that the Nandini who just make a black sheep heart in the behind over. She might be just helping the Pandya to help it, because of why she have some kind of problems with her. So these are the just a spare. We have to continue the second part of the review of Ponniyin Selvan. I hope you just listen my words and keep supporting the channel and all kind of entertainment we are discussing. I keep safe and smart. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.